Good morning, everybody. Brooke here. We're going to do a 45-minute Pilates routine for all levels, but it'll be pitched fairly intermediate or even a little bit advanced, but I'll offer options of ways you can advance it and ways to kind of regress the exercises as well. So some optional equipment. Usually the equipment's going to make it harder. So if you want to keep it at a beginner level, don't necessarily use the equipment. I've got a yoga brick here. You can also substitute a paperback book, which works fine. I've got a resistance loop. This is a heavy one. Heavy, I find they don't roll up or twist as much. And I'm going to put some light weights in. These are about 1 kilo, but whatever you feel is right for your body, or no weights at all, is obviously going to make it a little bit easier. Just do what you can. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Start standing at the end of your mat. Have a look at your feet. Make sure that one foot is in front of the other. We're just going to rock forward and back from the balls of the feet to your heels. And then settle somewhere in the middle and start lengthening through the crown of the head, sinking your ribs a little closer towards your hips, drawing the abdominals in. Now think about your legs for a moment. Start lifting the kneecaps, engaging your quads at the fronts of the leg, and then alternating that with the glutes at the backs of the legs, lifting those up as well. Now inhale, lift the arms overhead, and exhale, come up onto your toes. Relax your shoulders a little further away from your ears, lift the chin up, and then drop your heels down and up. Breathe in and out. For 3, 2, last one. Holding nice and high, arms reaching out to the side. Really stretch at the fingertips as the heels come down. Hands come back to your sides, chin to chest, round the spine, and roll yourself over your legs. Just stretching out the hamstrings at the backs of the leg. Let the weight of your head really draw the chest down closer to the mat. Maybe even wrapping around the backs of your ankles with your hands, and really draw the chest down. Now nod your head. Relax the neck and shake the head side to side. Good. Now to bend your knees, get your hands to the mat and start walking forward out into a plank. Breathing out as you come forward. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back, squeeze your glutes. We're going to lift the right leg up, really reach that toe to the ceiling, and then drop the right knee under the body to the left elbow. Slow movements. Inhale, lift, hold. Exhale, lower. Tuck. Last 2, get that stretch to your left leg, the supporting leg. One more lift, stretch, and we're going to hold the knee under the body for 3, 2, 1. Back to your plank. Just check your alignment. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down. Left leg goes up. Nice stretch to the back of the right leg. Drop the knee under the body to tuck. Inhale, lift. Feel that stretch of the supporting leg. And really lift your left toe up to the ceiling. Last 2, lift, reach. Drop, and 1, lift, hold, and lower, back into your plank. Then lift your hips high, press into your heels, try to almost walk your feet in a little bit, and dig your heels down as much as you can into the mat, and really press your chest forward. Now walk your hands back towards your feet, check that your feet are still parallel, soften your knees, round your spine, and roll yourself all the way up. Just re-stiffen your spine as you come up. Head comes up last. Now inhale, again, lift the arms overhead. And exhale, float up into your balance. Hold here. Now pull the knees slightly together. They're not going to actually come together, but I just want you to engage your inner thighs as you start to twist, turning to the left. Just getting those inner thighs working will help to keep your balance. Now twist, shoulders turn to the right. Breathe in. Let's try that one more time. Try to grow a little taller as you twist. And then inhale back to the center, core strong, little pull between those legs, twist to the right. Inhale back to the center, arms reaching out to the side, drop your heels down, chin to chest, rounded spine, and roll down over your legs. One more time. Now let's hang here for a moment. I want you to bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. Lift the chest slightly, and then bend your left knee. Keep the right leg straight. One more time each way, right knee bends. And then the left knee bends. And then bend both knees, hands to the mat, and walk forward one more time. Breathing out into your plank. We're going to come down to the elbows this time. So drop those elbows down. Lift your head. Drop your hips slightly. Shoulders down the back. And just pedal through the knees. Right knee, left knee. Just tapping the mat with those knees. Keeping your hips in line with your shoulders. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, both knees up, hold that plank, tilt the pelvis slightly, scoop the abdominals tighter, and point your left toe, lift it up 4 times. Left leg goes up and down for 4. Doesn't need to come too high, just about to hip height. Last 2 and 1. Tuck the left toes under, point the right toe up and down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck those right toes. Come up onto your left hand, your right hand back into your high plank, and then lift your hips up, press into your heels, and walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees, chin to chest, slowly rolling all the way up. Just re-stacking your spine until the head comes up. Once we're standing, I want you just to roll your shoulders back 2 or 3 times. Roll them forward. Good. And then turn your palms out. Thumbs reaching to the back wall. I want you to lift the arms up behind you and then stretch with the fingertips as they reach in front, all the way back down towards those legs. Now flip the palms out. Lead with your pinky going in towards each other and then reaching, opening the chest as the arms reach behind. Hands come back to your sides, chin to chest. Last plank variation. We're going to roll it all the way down. Bend the knees, walk out into your plank, breathing out. Inhale to hold and to find your alignment. Head up, hips low, shoulders down. And we're going to do 6 push-ups. Inhale down, pull the elbows into the sides of the ribcage. Exhale, press the mat away. Breathe in and out. Feel free to modify by dropping your knees and do a modified push-up. Let's stay here for 4. Better to modify and have perfect form than to really sink through your hips or sink your head down and have a full push-up. Last 2 and 1. Let's do 1 more for good measure. Good. Now that also gets the blood flowing, gets the body warm. And so we stretch and just sit back onto your heels. Okay, changing positions. When you're ready, just turn yourself over and grab your light weights. Now we're going to start with our roll up. Make sure your feet are right at the end of the mat. Weights optional in your hands. We're going to stretch forward, reach hands to your feet, just fold over your legs, drop your chin down, and then inhale, straighten up the back, float the hands up in front of you. Exhale, round the spine, slowly roll yourself down, 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, reach the weights all the way behind you, stretch through your fingertips, and then exhale, lift the hands, head, spine, peel yourself up, and stretch forward. Inhale again, restack them into a nice long spine. Exhale, rounded spine, point the toes, squeeze the legs together, resist slowly coming down to the mat. Inhale, good, then exhale, lift the hands, lift the head, peel yourself up, stretch forward, and this time we're going to add a twist. Inhale, straighten up the back, shoulders down, nice long neck. Exhale, come halfway back, hold. Now the lower you are, the more challenging it's going to be. If you want to keep it light, just lift the chest a little higher. I'm going to cross your right hand across the body, left arm goes behind your ear. Turn your shoulders, but don't turn the hips at all. So just twisting that spine, keeping the arms as long as you can reach. Good. Stay there for 4. Engage your legs, squeeze the legs together, no movement through the feet. Last 2 and 1. Take the hands in front of you, come down an inch, hold. Relax the shoulders, down another inch and hold. 1 more inch and then come all the way back, breathing in, reaching the arms behind, and then breathing out, lifting the hands, head, spine, peel up. Stretch forward, articulate back into your long, straight back, shoulders down, and again, we come halfway back. Hold here. Now we open out to the left. Left arm reaches to that back corner of the room. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale, right arm reaches to the back corner of the room. Inhale, center. Let's stay there for 4 more. Exhale, inhale again, same as before. The lower the chest is, the more the abdominals are going to have to work. If you want to make it a little easier, just sit up a little taller. Keep your collarbone open, keep your chin up. Let's go 1 more time each way. Active legs, point the toes. Last one, twist and center. Hold when the hands come back to the center. We go down an inch, down an inch, down an inch, and then all the way back down. Take a deep breath in. Your next exhale, sweep the arms around the side. Pull your knees into your chest, coming up into a balance. Touch your fingertips to your ankles. Really draw the knees into your chest. Knees should be together. Lift the arms up and then breathe out. Lower everything down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, coming up again, coming into that V-sit. Shoulders back, chin up, chest up. Now we're going to try to lift the arms, and if you can, lift the legs as well. But don't sacrifice that alignment of the spine to get the legs up. If your By extending the legs, you sink into your chest. Better to keep the knees bent. But if you can, come up with straight legs and a straight back, do so. Exhale as you roll all the way back down. Same for 2 more, either coming into that V-sit. If you want to really focus on posture, up or into a full teaser. Exhale all the way back down. We breathe out when we move. We breathe in to hold. Last one, breathing out to move. Inhale to hold. And then exhale. Come right back down to the mat. And wrap your knees into your chest. Add a little rock side to side. Okay, let's pop the weights away and pick up your brick or your book, whatever you have to hand. Slot the brick between your inner thighs fairly high. So ideally your knees touch over the top of that brick. So it's between the muscles of your inner thighs, not the bones of your knees. Now make sure you're in a neutral spine, a little bit of a gap under your lower back. Sink the ribs down, narrow the waist. Imagine pulling your hip bones together so you get lower abdominal connection. Squeeze your brick as tight as you can and lift your pelvic floor. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, look towards the brick and start pumping the arms. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, breathe out. Now if you want to advance this, we stretch the legs into a 45-degree angle. You can even lower the legs a little bit if you want to dial it up further. If you want to keep it at a lower level, just keep the knees bent. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Whatever you're doing, whichever level, I want you to keep squeezing that brick. Or if you don't have a brick or a book, just really squeeze the inner thighs together. Breathe out, 2. Take the weight of your head forward. If you're feeling any strain through the neck, you can always drop that head down, but keep your rib to hip connection. Breathe. The bigger the movement of the arms, the more your abdominals are going to have to work to stabilize. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. 2 more breaths. In, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Get the shoulders a little higher. Breathe. 2, 3, 4. Great. Drop the head down. Keep the brick between the knees. Just turn your head a little bit side to side, stretching your neck. And then I want you to take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Peel your shoulders up, stretch the legs long, rotate the toes out, squeeze the brick, scoop the abdominals, lift the pelvic floor, and then inhale, shoulders down, bend the knees. Exhale, lift, shoulders high, legs long, toes turn out, squeeze the brick, big pelvic floor lift. So squeezing the inner thighs really helps you to engage those deep abdominals and pelvic floor as well. Shoulders up, legs long, so it's quite nice to have a brick just to really squeeze onto. Hold there, find that scoop and hollowness through the abdominals. Inhale down. Next two, we're going to add a little bit of movement, dropping the legs down. So lift the shoulders. That's only if you really want to advance this. We lower the legs down. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Let's go one more time. Down and up. Great. Shoulders down, knees in, and take a breath. We're going to do that same again. Now, if you found that a little too strong, you can try just drop it, keeping your head down on the mat. That's one way to modify it, or just make the movement a little smaller. Shoulders up, legs long, turn out, squeeze the brick, inhale down. Again, option to keep your head on the mat. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, or shoulders up. That's two, and lift. One more, down and up. Drop the shoulders, grab your brick, and hug your knees into your chest, just rocking side to side. Good, now pop the brick away. We'd extend your legs out long. Cross your right leg over the left, reaching from the top of the head right through the tips of the toes, button your ribs to hips, narrow the waist, hands behind the head. We're going to curl the shoulders up, stretch the legs longer, scoop the abdominals deeper as the shoulders come up off the mat. Inhale down, lift and lower. We're going to stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up, 8 pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Lift your right knee up, pulse towards your right knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold, elbows a little wider, knee into chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop the core tighter, seating. Float your left leg up, flex and point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that left leg, stretch your right leg out. Drop your head down, just a little stretch, lifting your ribs up off the mat, stretching out the abdominals. And then exhale, sink the ribs back down, get your rib to hip connection. Find that deep abdominal connection. Everything's kind of tucking up under the ribs. You're trying to lift your waistband just with your muscles. We're gonna breathe out. Lift the head and shoulders, inhale down. Lift and lower. Again, make sure we're starting that pelvic floor, those deep abdominals engaging. So not just using the surface muscle, your rectus abdominis, that's going to use to lift those shoulders. We need everything working together. So lift the pelvic floor, scoop the lower abdominals. Last two. Hold the last one up. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Left knee comes up. Obviously, you should be feeling some burn right under those ribs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Elbows a little wider, shoulders relaxed. Pulse the knee into the chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, zip the core a little tighter. Float your right leg up. Flex and point. If it gets into your back, drop the foot back down and just flex and point with it on the floor. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop the right leg. Extend your left. Reach the arms over your head. Really lift the rib cage. Big cleansing breath, and exhale. Sink the ribs down. We're going to lift the hands. We're going to roll all the way up. And stretch, just folding over your legs. Drop the head, chin into your chest. And then take your right ear to your right shoulder, just stretching out the left side of your neck. And then left ear to left shoulder, pulling the right shoulder down, stretching the right side of the neck. And then coming back up to sitting. Now, we're going to grab your loop. Your loop right up around your knees. Now we're going to do a series of leg exercises. After that, we're going to have a quick sip of water, so try to push through if you can. So flip over and place your weights, if you're using them, at the end of your mat. We're going to need those in a minute. We're going to slide the loop under your left knee and extend your right leg back. Zip the core up into the spine. Press your mat away, slide the shoulders down the back, and start lifting that right leg up. And really lock out that right knee. So really engage that leg, really stretching through the heel. So there's no bend in the knee. Squeeze that glute at the top of the movement. Find that tone and that definition through that muscle. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, hold the next one up. Now bend the knee drops to the mat, heel stays in alignment with the hip, and then extend. Bend and extend. Now you need to press into the pads of your fingertips. Really spread the weight from the wrists right to the ends of those hands. We're not overloading the wrists by the time we finish both sides of this series of exercises. Last 2 with the leg, and hold the last one. Now keep that leg long, sole of the foot to the back wall. Now hinge it so the sole of the foot points up to the ceiling. Lift high, little pulses up. 1, 2, 3. Check your shoulders, nice long neck. We're going to do 8 more here. 8 small movements. Think up an inch, down an inch. Don't let the knee drop much lower than your hip. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now point the toe, turn the knee out, scoop the belly button, lift your lower back, circle the 4 big circles, up and around. Really open that knee out. Last 2 and 1. Reverse the circles 4 the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Extend your right toe out to the corner of the mat. Pick up your weight with your left hand. Left hand reaches to the left corner of the mat. We're going to lift the left arm and the right leg. And down. Lift and lower. Stay here for 6. And 5. Balancing on that right hand, left knee. Back stay straight. You could have a cup of tea. Balance in the middle. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the weight, take the hand back under your left shoulder, and then just tap the foot to the left corner of the mat, out to the right. Up and over, drawing that rainbow with your toe. Stay there for 8 and 7. Check your other body parts. Make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders. Make sure the core is strong. Really lifting that leg. Tap, lift, tap, lift. So make the movement a little bit bigger. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop your right knee. Stretch out your lower back, stretch out your shoulders, stretch your arms in front of you, circle your wrists both ways. And then let's do the other side. So band comes up around your left knee and tucks under your right. Shoulders down the back, pressing the mat away. Left leg goes long, scoop the belly button in. Really lift the back of that left knee and start lifting the whole of the leg. No bend in the knee. Foot flex, really reaching through that heel to the back wall as you pull your toes in towards your body. Stay there for 6 5, 4, 3, 2, not too fast. Hold the last one. Now we bend and extend. Just fold that heel into your hip. Heel stays level with the hip, not dropping to the floor, just the knee going down to the floor, like a little accordion, in and out. In, getting that full extension, really lifting the back of the knee up towards the ceiling. Make each one count. Lift, bend, and lift the back of the knee. Last one, hold your leg long, zip the ribs up and away. Hinge the foot up to the ceiling, knee bent 90 degrees, pulse up, little lift. 7, 6, 5. Again, think about your fingertips, press into the pads of those fingers. 3, 2, one more set here. 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Point the toe, turn the knee out. 4 big circles, up and around. Make them count. Get into that side butt on that left leg. Last 2, 1. Reverse it. 4 the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Now extend that toe out to the left corner of the mat. Slide your right hand to the right corner of the mat. Pick up a weight on the way. And then exhale. Lift the right arm and left leg. Inhale down. Really reach through the fingers, reach through the toes. A little bit of a turnout on that left leg. So the pinky toe goes up to the ceiling first. Stay there for 4. And 3, 2. Hold the last one up for 3, 2, 1. Drop the weight, drop the foot back down to the mat. And now we tap over. Last variation. And out. Tap the right corner of the mat to the left. Checking your upper body, making sure the head's not sinking, that your spine isn't sinking between the shoulder blades, that that leg is keeping the energy. Tap, lift, make it a little bit bigger for last 5 and 4. Standing leg should be burning a little bit as well. 2 and 1. Good. Just pull that left knee in, get the loop up around your right knee, sit back onto your heels. Just stretch your arms out, rest your head. Okay, drag your hands back, sit back onto your heels, just circle your wrists around both ways. And we're just gonna flip ourselves over and keep that loop around your knees for the moment. We're gonna stay with your glutes. We're just gonna come all the way down onto your back, and I want your heels at the edges of your mat and your toes turned off the edge of the mat. So you got a little turnout on the toes. You're stretching into the loop. Press your lower back down into the mat. Draw the abdominals in, big pelvic floor lift. So get that deep hollowness through your abdominals. Breathe into the ribcage, open the ribcage out like an umbrella, and then close that umbrella as you press the lower back a little deeper. Lift the pelvic floor a little higher. Still have the hips down on the mat. We're going to come up with your next exhale. So breathe in to the sides of the ribcage, expanding the ribs out. And then with your exhale, this time hands by your sides, peel your spine up 1 vertebra at a time into a nice high shoulder bridge. Now, maybe walk your feet in a little closer. You should be able to get close to your heels with your fingertips. Lift your hips high, really gather the abdominals in, and we're going to drop the hips down and up. Breathe in and out. Stay here for 8, 7, lift, big high lifts with those hips. Exhale with each one. Keep your knees wide into the mat. I don't want to see the knees pulling in as you drop the hips. They stay wide. Last 3, 2, hold the last one up. Try to narrow that waist a little bit more and pulse your knees out into your loop. 8, 7. Again, if you don't have a loop, just go through the motions. It will still be effective. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to combine. I'm going to drop the hips, lift the hips, 2 pulses out. Down, up, out, and out. Down, up, pulse, pulse. Keep going. Try to get the hips a bit higher than the line between your knees and your shoulders. 4 more. Lift, pulse, pulse. 3, up, pulse, pulse. Last 2, lift, out, and out. 1 more. Lift, double pulse. Hold. Now get the hips higher. Press the knees wider. Lift your right hip bone up to the ceiling. Lift your left hip bone up to the ceiling. Speed it up a little bit, right to left for 8, 7. Squeeze the right glute, squeeze the left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just square the hips and tiny little pulses up with those hips, up an inch, down an inch to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now inhale, reach the arms all the way behind you, back to the hands touching the floor. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the rib cage first, just roll through your middle back second. Try to get through every joint of your lower back before the hip bones and tailbone come down, and then take your hands down to your sides. Now, just to give this with a moment to recover before we do our second set, I want you to take your hands behind your head and press your lower back into the back. Breathe out, scoop the abdominals in as you curl the shoulders up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Breathe in, really try to hollow the abdominals a little bit more each time the shoulders come up. Now we're going to reach your right hand to your left knee, left hand to the right knee, just alternating sides, right and left. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shoulders, head down, hands along your sides, and we're going to come up onto tiptoes. Again, the toes should be at the edges of the mat. Press your lower back down, scoop the abdominals in, lift your pelvic floor, breathe in like an umbrella. As you breathe out, close your umbrella and peel your spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Walk your hands closer to your feet, button your ribs tighter to your hips. We're going to go down and up. Big range of motion, low to high. Stay there, 8, 7, 6, 5, lift, really squeeze with each one. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse the knees out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the combo. Down, up, pulse, pulse, down, up, pulse, pulse, down, up. Wrap the knees out to the side. And again, let's go 4 more times. Out and out. Low, high, pulse, pulse. Last 2. Lift, out and out. Last 1. Up, pulse, pulse. Now we lift the right hip. Lift your left, just pivoting the pelvis like a rocking ship. Right hip high, left hip high. Stay there. 8, 7, 6. This also helps to loosen up your lower back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Square the hips. Breathe in, reach the arms overhead. And then breathe out, melt your spine all the way down 1 vertebra at a time. Good. Wrap your knees into your chest. Add a little bit of rocking side to side, just stretching out your lower back. And we're going to remove the loop. Good. Over here, I just want you to lift your toes up to the ceiling. Just pull your legs and get a nice hamstring stretch. Move your feet around both ways. Then point your toes. Feel your head and shoulders above the mat. We're going to hold the right leg, left leg up. We're going to do our double pull, pull, pull. We stretch those legs while we strengthen the abdominals. So it's a strong exhale, double pulse, double exhale. Shoulders stay relaxed away from the ears. Chin into your chest. Lower back into the mat. Stay here for 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Good. Head down, knees in. Wrap the hands behind the knees, chin to chest, and roll yourself up to sitting. Place your feet on the mat. Now, have a quick sip of water. And we're going to need our weights here in a minute. Good. We always manage to pack a lot into our 45-minute sessions. That's the way I like it. Okay, feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Weights in your hands, tilt the pelvis, scoop your abdominals around your spine. So we're in our C curve. So imagine a large letter C through your spine, a small letter C through your abdominals. Arms are making a circle themselves. Fingertips should be just about touching. Elbows out to the side, slight bend in the elbows. We're going to go down an inch and up an inch. Tuck and lift. Keep your feet glued to the mat. Little exhale with each tuck. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. Breathe out, lift the arms overhead. Inhale, jump and back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Option to modify when I'm doing 2 arms for you to just alternate your arms. Do singles, just alternating. Last one, take the hands back to the knees and sit up tall just to stretch your back. Breathe out, tilt the pelvis, scoop the belly around your spine, turn to your left. Elbows a little wider, down an inch, up an inch. Tuck and lift for 6 and 5, 4, so you can go any deeper. 3, ribs to hips. Make each one count. Hold the last one. If you're alternating to single arms, keep the chin up. If you want more advanced, both arms. 4 more. 3, last 2, and 1. Hands come back to the knees. Quick reset, shoulders down. Last side, tilt the pelvis, scoop the belly, round the spine, turn to the right. We do inch, up an inch, scoop and lift for 6, and 5, 4, 3, so you can turn a little further, 2, hold the last one, right arm up and down and left. If you want, both arms, I'm gonna keep alternating with this one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands back to knees, straighten up the back. Now last variation, we're gonna breathe out, scoop and round the spine with your arms over your head. We're gonna turn them to the left as you open the arms out. Breathe in, lift the arms back up over your head. Turn the shoulders to the right as you open the arms out. Inhale back over the head. Turn, just turning the shoulders, dropping those arms. Arms should be wide, kind of the outside of that right knee or left knee. Last 2, and lift. 1, and lift. And then take your hands back to the front. Just sit up nice and tall. Now you're gonna cross your feet. Take your weight forward and see if you can power yourself up to standing. Try to stand without using your hands. It's a good skill to have. It helps you. Apparently means you can live a little longer, which we all want to do. Okay, feet are hip width apart now. Arms out to your sides, ribs to hips, small circles. Let's actually make this a little harder by floating your right knee up and just balancing on your left leg. Keep your breath flowing. 8 more in this direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep circling as you switch those legs. Now we're going to reverse the circles. We're going to go for about 2 sets of 8. Really stretch the arms long. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the left foot. Lift the right again. Lift the arms up and down. Breathe out and in for 6 and 5, 4. Not letting the hands go any lower than the shoulders. 3, 2, last 1. Lower the arms. Arms just stay at shoulder height. We're going to switch the legs. Hands to the front. Lift. Now we're going to do a full range of motion. You need to find a little more balance. All the way up, all the way down. So try to really resist gravity as you come down. Slowly lifting up, not using momentum, no swinging. Stay there for 6. Whoop, and 5. Find that balance. 4. 3. Last 2. Hold the next one up. Let's do a little leg switch. And then elbows into a W. And lift. Down and up. Keep the core strong. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. Stay here for 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Drop the feet down. Take your hands down to your side. Just a quick stretch. Just roll your shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. I'm going to turn out to the sides. You can see what's happening here. We're going to float the hands up. And we're going to circle the hands like you're treading water. Big circles. Good. Keep your elbows out to the side. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5. Let's see if we can come up onto our toes. 3, 2, 1. Hold, balance, reverse. 8, 7. Whoop, if you lose it, just drop and come back up. 4, 3. Always good to work 2 things at the same time. 2 and 1. Drop the heels, drop the arms, roll the shoulders back and forward. Good. Now come to the end of your mat. Stand nice and tall. We're going to take a big step forward with your right foot. Lift your back heel. Bend the back knee to a 90-degree bend and then lift back up. Keep the weight in your front heel. Really press into that right heel. Stay here for 4, 3, 2. Hold it down. Tilt the pelvis. Scoop the abdominals. Little pulse slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you take your weight forward, float your back leg up, hands along your sides. Breathe in, drop that back foot, hands to the front. Exhale, lift. Back leg lifting, chest dropping, and lower. Find your balance, find a focal point. Hold, lift the back leg, drop the chest. Inhale to lunge. 3 more there. Exhale, hold. Inhale down. And 2, lift up and hold. Chest low, back leg high, and down. Last one, lift up and hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to take your weights to the front, soften that back knee, and try to bend and extend your standing leg 4 times. And up. 3, knee tracking over the toe. 2, last one, and then just step your feet back together. Give your right leg a little bit of a shake. Stand up as tall as you can, shoulders away from the ears. Big step back with your right foot. Bend that back knee and extend. Weight stays in your left heel. That front foot. Stay here. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Tilt the pelvis. Little pulses down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to float your right leg up, drop the chest, hands back along your sides, breathe into your lunge, hands to the front. Exhale, lift, hold, chest low, back leg high, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, 4 more, lift and hold, and back. 3, chest low, back leg high, and down. 2 more, chest low, back leg high, stretch. Last one, we're going to come into that nice T shape and then just bend the back knee. Take your hands to the front, down and up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just drop your right foot. Let's actually drop your weights. Lift your left foot into your hand, knees together, hips forward, pull your heel in towards your seat, and lift your right arm up. Good. If you want to, try to hinge it forward and really press that foot into your hand. More of a yoga pose. Drop your left foot, right foot to your hand, knees together, heel pulling into your bum. Lift your left arm up, press your hips forward, hold here. And then if you can, hinge the chest forward, press the foot into that hand, and hold your balance. And then take it back. And foot comes down to the mat. Now we're going to roll down just to massage out any tension, release any tension through the back. So chin to chest, round your spine, roll all the way down. Just hang over those legs for a moment. Bend your knees, get your hands to the mat, step your feet back. And I want you to lower yourself down from your plank, just slowly, slowly, slowly lowering all the way down to the mat until we're on our front. Just pop your weights to the corners of your mat. A little bit off the corners of your mat. I'm going to start with your elbows out 90 degrees, feet hip width apart, step to the mat. Just lift the chest, lengthen through the spine, and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now extend your arms and find those weights. When you just take your feet wider until they're at the corners of your mat, turn your toes out. Roll your heels in slightly, scoop your belly button up away from that, tilt the pelvis so the pubic bone is heavier than the hip bones, and lift your right arm and left leg, picking up that weight in your right hand. Now switch, left arm, right leg, and switch. Switch, chest stays high, we're lengthening through the fingers, through the toes. Stay here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now everything comes down, take a deep breath in. And I'm going to lift up into a Superman pose, arms up, legs up, and just pull those elbows in, reach them out. Keep the legs high, keep the legs still, just tuck, and then reach. Really pull the shoulder blades together, try to lift the chest a little higher as you pull those elbows in. Stay there for 4, and 3, last 2, and 1. Extend and drop. Now, we're going to come up to all fours. We're going to still have the weights in your hands, just to sort of counterbalance Let's actually just hold the right weight and let your left weight go. I want you to extend your right arm and left leg, and to counter that arching back, we're going to round the spine, pull the elbow in, pull the knee in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach. 3 more on the side, tuck. And reach. Last 2, tuck. And reach. Last 1. Reach and hold. Now just tap the hand and foot down for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, sweep the hand and foot to the corner of the mat for 5. Imagine wiping off the shelf. 4. Keep the rib to hip connection underneath. Last 2. And 1. Drop the weight. Back all fours. Pick up your left weight. And then extend your left arm, right leg. Breathe out, round the spine. Feel that lovely stretch to the lower back. Stretch the arm and leg. Tuck. And reach. Stay here for 4. 3, good, and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up, hand out to the side, back to the midline, to your side, and then think wiping off a shelf 3 more times. You can take it as wide as you can, stretch to the fingers, stretch to the toes, last one, out, back, and then back to all fours. Good, just sit back onto your heels for a moment. Just circle your shoulders out. I'm going to lace your fingers and then round your spine. Palms out, scoop the abdominals in. Just nice, again, getting a nice stretch to the lower back. Lift the arms up, straighten up your back. Lean to the left, just swing the arms out, or the ribs out to the right. Arms go to the right as the ribs go to the left. Come back to the center. And we're going to do one more leg exercise. We have just a very little bit of time. All right, extend yourself right through the middle of your mat. We're going to reach the hands to the ceiling, lift the legs, lift the head, and down. So this is working the side of the leg, also working the oblique at the top of the waist. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now drop the head, but keep the feet floating up off the mat. Keep the hand to the ceiling, scissor both legs. 8, 7, 6, no bend in the knee, no movement through the pelvis, belly button pulled in. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together, lift the top leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up, little pulse at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the legs down, bend your knees. We're going to sweep right over to the other side. Shoulders back, arm up to the ceiling, lift the head, lift the feet, find your length, find your balance. Squeeze the ribs towards the hips at the top of the waist. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Stay there for 4 and 3. Last 2. Hold the last 1 and then lower the head. Keep the legs up, scissor the legs. 8. No bend in the knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back together. Ribs to hips, core tight. Lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Stretching a little longer. 3. Lift your head every now and then just to stretch the neck. Hold the last one up. Little pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the legs come back together. Just roll over onto your back. Shift yourself back to the middle of your mat. Take your hands behind your right knee. Extend your left leg out. Straighten up your right leg and see if you can climb, keeping your head down. Climb the hands up back to the back of your calf. Just getting that knee straight, maybe holding the leg in one hand as you gently ease the knee away with the other hand, and then circle your foot, flex and point a couple of times, circle the other way, and then just pull in. Hold that leg in your right hand as you drop it out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Take your left hand to your left hip to keep the hip from rolling up off the mat. Take a breath, let it go. Cross the leg over. Take your right hand to your right hip, keeping the right hip down on the mat as you kick that heel away. Big exhale, and circle the foot. Both directions. Back to the center. Extend your right leg long, pull your left knee in, hold the back of the knee. Then try to extend that leg, walking up the leg, trying to get to the back of the calf. Try to keep the head down, circle your foot both ways. Flex and point. And then leg goes out to the side. Right hand to the right hip, just holding that right hip down. And the leg crosses over, switch hands on the band, switch hands on the hip. Left hip stays down, circle the foot both ways. And then just pull it in. Good, now just cross your right ankle over your left knee. Tilt the pelvis forward. And then switch sides, left ankle over the right knee. Good, now both feet down to the mat. Roll yourself over onto your right side, all the way over. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, tuck the toes, hover your knees, scoop and hollow the abdominals, big pelvic floor lift, and then lift your knees all the way up, press into your heels, then walk your hands back to your feet. Let the hands hang as you nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Then soften the knees, scoop the abdominals in, and start articulating that spine, just restacking, rebuilding one vertebra on top of the other, taking it in your own time. Shoulders and head come up last. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, float up into a balance. Narrow the waist, and then reach your arms up to the side, and just swing the arms. Good, give yourself a round of applause. Well done, everybody. And we're back again this evening with a 30-minute band session, if you want to do the double. We're back again tomorrow morning. Just check the full schedule. We've got it up on Facebook and Instagram. Please subscribe to all of our social media, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.